Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on a 2017 Ford Escape. We're going to change the battery. I'm not excited about it. It's a stupid design. I wish Scotty Kilmer and Chris Fix would just make a video to make this easier for me. But we're going to use inspiration from them to get this done. And no, I look happy. I am not happy about this. And neither are you. But we're going to do it together. So let's get it done. As you can see, I'm no mechanic. I'm just a guy with a bunch of random tools. Hopefully I have enough stuff here to do this job. I do it the way the manual says to do it. Take out the airbox, move the wiring harness, jimmy this stupid battery out of there and put a new one in. So let's see how it goes. All right, we're starting off here with an 8mm. This fan's gonna be kind of loud, but bear with me. 8mm socket here. Gonna go ahead and pull the top of this airbox off. There's a bunch of different bolts here. There's one here, one here, one here. Looks like there's 4 of them just to take the air filter out, so we can go ahead and change that while we're in there. The airbox is coming out, so there's that. There's one here and one here, but I guess they were broken, so put that to the side. This air filter is filthy, definitely needs to be replaced. Now this box needs to come out. Just a rubber piece holding it on this side, some clamps over here. Let me adjust my light. These stands, really, they're made for lighting. Usually you put a sandbag on there, but you can really get your light wherever you want it. It's really nice. All kinds of different ways to set this stand up. It's called a C-stand. I'll link it in the description. Anyways, there's another screw right down in there for the hose clamp. It's kind of far, kind of hard to get to. You kind of need a long extension. If not, a flathead screwdriver does the job too. That's a little hard to get to, but not impossible. Normally a job like this wouldn't take too long. You would just take the battery terminals off and then you can just slide the battery right out, slide a new one in, but alright, once you get this thing loose enough, you can just kind of manhandle it, kind of yank it out. Such a pain. Ugh. Alright, so that's loose. Once you get that hose clamp off, this is just pressed in here with these little grommets. So you just kind of tug on it, pulls, pops out. There it goes. See, I had to give it a lot of pull. Seems like it's going to break, but just pops out. You can pull this mass airflow sensor off too. There's a clip down here. I just don't care. I'm just going to pull it out. And the whole box should come out. Jimmy it out of there. Doesn't make it any easier to put it back in. Once that's out, get that out of the way. Now you can kind of see the battery. Stupid design. But yeah, this is your positive connection. So we're going to go ahead and remove the positive connection. Use a 10mm. Use a socket, but because we're working in such tight quarters here, I figured maybe I would just use wrenches. So 10mm. I think if you loosen this guy up, you can use a socket or you can use a wrench. I figured a wrench would be best because it's such tight quarters. Let's loosen this top nut up right here, and that should bring the whole positive terminal loose. Then you can just rotate it, pull that out, tighten this back down so you don't lose the screw. Put that off to the side. Now if you just lift up on the wiring harness, you'll see on the left side here, let me see if I can zoom in. Just lift up on the left side, pop that out, lift up on the right side, pop that out, and then you can just pull the whole thing out of the way. Alright, I forgot to film this part, but if you see that wiring harness there for the positive terminal, you're going to have to remove that. There's 4 clips, I think, and you can just use a flathead screwdriver to pry those out. Just pop those out, move that harness out of the way, and the battery cover there will lay flat, and you can pull the battery out on top of it. You also have to remove the battery mounting bracket there on the right side and on the left side. We're going to try to get away with just doing the right side, but we'll see what happens. taken a 10mm socket and I've used some electrical tape to hold it on. The screw is longer than the socket, so if you plug it all the way into the ratchet, it won't grip on the nuts. And if you try to use a long, deep socket, it won't fit underneath the firewall there. So this is kind of what I've came up with, because I don't have the right tools. I don't know if they make a short, deep socket, but this is what's working for me. All right, guys, those battery brackets are so hard to get to. If you don't have a special tool, you're not gonna be able to get to them. But if you take a small ratchet like this, put a 10mm on it, and give it just a little bit of room on the top of your ratchet like I've done here, it should fit right over the top of it. You can get a grip on it, and you can take it off with this little setup right here. I don't have any special tools. I'm just doing this with a basic toolbox, so I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, and that worked like a charm. Guys, be careful with this part right here. As you can see, my ratchet is getting pretty close to that positive terminal. There's a chance that you could arc the positive terminal with the battery bracket, and there could be some sparks. You could weld some stuff. So just be careful. If you can, cover that positive terminal before you do this job. It's probably not a big deal, but maybe it could spark. I don't know. Just be careful with this. So guys, this is the kind of position you're going to be in for this entire job. You can just kind of work on your lunges while you're doing it. Once the battery brackets are loose, you can't use your hand to untighten the rest of them. It's a pain. It's a pain. If they can get it out. So they pull the right side out. There's the culprit. Then you should be able to just lift this bracket up. Alright, now that that's out of the way, just enough to get the battery out. You see the bracket there? Just move it out of the way. You ain't gotta take it all the way off. I'd say be extra careful with this because it's a wiring harness, but it looks pretty sturdy to me. It's probably gonna be fine. Take that off, lay this flat, and then you got a lot more room to work. You should be able to pull the battery out a little further now. Now I should be able to get to the other terminal back there, maybe. Alright guys, it took me a minute to figure it out, but there's a harness right here. Plugs in right there. Unplug that, and then you should be able to pull the battery out enough to pull your negative terminal. Alright, now you can get to your negative terminal there. Everything's free and clear. And then it's just a matter of getting this heavy ass battery out of here. Just your 10mm wrench or ratchet, socket, whatever you got. Loosen that bad boy up. Give it a little wiggle. Nothing comes out easy on this stupid Ford. Alright, so now we should be free. It's time to pull this heavy freaking battery out of here. Ugh. Stupid. Alright, where's the new battery at? Where's the new battery at? Guys, this is a really stressful battery job. It shouldn't be this hard, but thanks to Ford, make everything difficult, but we got it done. Hopefully this video helps. Like and subscribe. Links in the description for the awesome light stand here, and see you in the next video.